Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60 and Me. I love drugstore makeup. I'm a big fan of makeup products that don't cost a lot and which are equally, good quality to those higher end products that we can purchase. But I want to feature today Wet n Wild, mostly. I've got a couple of other products that I'm going to use, but Wet n Wild is one of those companies that is always making on-trend products, really great products, and they also are super affordable. Now I've got some of the stick products that I really was wanted to feature with you today. Bronzer, blush, concealer, and highlight. These are the ones I really wanted to focus on and show you. So basically the way I started this morning is I've actually already applied my skincare, which is my Growing Younger Gracefully, which you know I love, and also I put on my foundation. And I started that with the All Over Glow Tint by Catrice. I put that on first, which I showed you at another video. It's super hydrating and also glowy. And then I put on my CoverGirl an Olay Simply Ageless. This is my favorite foundation of all time, really. I think it's my number one. And I do have others that I love as well. But I'm going to do a video on that too, showing my top 5 foundations. But this has got to be, right up there with all my favorites. So I'm going to just make sure that I've got this on perfectly. Got extra spots here to sort of just hide for the day. They're not going anywhere. But this foundation is just so pretty. It goes on beautifully, and I think it's perfect for mature skin that's got a few little wrinkles here and there, and I put it all over my face and my forehead, everywhere. So that's my foundation for the day. Now I wanted to make sure it's blended in, because I often do this and then I realize I haven't blended it in. So I want to share with you a couple of the stick products from Wet n Wild. This one is the Conceal, and this is something, it's called Whenever the Mood Follow. Wait a minute, I'll put all the details in the description box. I need my magnifying glass. But they're stick products that are about $5 in price, and I actually don't fuss with concealer too much. I sometimes use my Catrice Under Eye Brightener, which is lovely, but I just thought I'd pop this on, and I just do it like this. I mean, I'm not going to worry too much about setting it with powder or doing anything like that. I'll just put it on, and it just gives that little bit of brightness to your eye. And again, I'm talking about really affordable products. And I also will put that on my lid, right up to the eyebrow. Now, let me just do this. Can you see the color is really nice? It's not yellow. It's not overly dark. It's just a really nice tone for my skin. And my skin, the 240 is, 250 is the color choice for that Olay Simply Ageless, and I think if you've got that kind of skin, that this would work for you. The next thing I want to do is put on some bronzer, some contour, and this again is a stick by Wet n Wild. There's 2 of them. I think one's called Walnut and the other one is called, is it Oak? Let me just get my magnifying glass and just tell you now what this one is, because they're nice colors. They're not like too overly yellow or orange. This is Oaks on You, and there's also one called Maple, which is a bit darker. But you see how this, and they've come up, $5, super affordable, and really good, effective. So let me just put some on, not too low, but up here where that bone is on your cheek, a little bit there, not too much, and then under the jowls. This is my favorite place to put this kind of product. It works. It's all done with lights and mirrors, it's like shadow. It's not, no big secrets. Here's my brush. And I'm going to use a kind of a slanted brush to blend that in. And this isn't a necessary step. You don't have to do this, but I just think it does make a difference on the cheeks to give you just a little bit of a contour, but also this mostly here. I think it can really work. And don't bring it too on your face, just under the chin and down the neck, so it's all blended together. Okay, so that's that. Now, for the blush is so cool. This is actually kind of almost a legend, this blush. It's called Peach Bums, and it's a Wet n Wild product that I think every makeup artist in the world has this in their kit, because it's just a $3 or $5 product. It's a kind of a corally pink color. There's another one that's a pinky color called Floral something, but it's hardly available anymore, but this one you can still get. And I just put that right on my cheeks. It doesn't affect the my foundation. It doesn't pull it or anything. And you can see as I put this on, it doesn't seem to be too dark as I'm placing it on my cheek. But when I blend it in, using the other side to that brush, if I can find it, where is it gone? I can actually blend that in, and it glows so beautifully. And I bring it right onto the sort of the apple of my cheek, and then up like this. It's a very, very pretty blush, and I think a lot of people love it. It's very friendly to most face undertones, and I just think it's such a beautiful little blush. You can use this on your eyes as well. I've done that before for sure. But I've got some eyeshadow I want to share with you too that's a little different. So that is blush. I wouldn't do much more than that. At the very end, I might just dab a bit more on to touch it up, but blush tends to fade quickly on me too. So I'll put that on. And there's the blush and the contour. I think it looks great. Let's do eyebrows. I want to do my eyebrows because I think that's something that really does sort of bring out your facial qualities. Hold on a second, I need to get my brush. Okay, for eyebrows, I'm going to use this Catrice product. I was thinking of 2 different products, but I do like the Maybelline Tattoo Brow, which I've talked about before, but this one is actually very, very affordable. It's a Catrice product. It's called Color and Fix, and it's in the color Blonde. And it's really got a lovely little wand. And for me, it's like a one application. I don't need 2 different things. I just use this one. And even though it says blonde, it's actually got some interesting color to it. Can you see? And you can literally just do almost 1 or 2 swipes, and you're okay. And I know I'm like everybody else in this age category, that your brows are starting to get a little bit sparse, maybe gray, and just not accenting your eyes the way that they could to your advantage. But it's super easy to apply, and I think that this product is, again, about $5 or $6, so it's really lovely. Okay, so that's eyebrows done. That's Catrice. And by the way, as I said, I'll put everything in the description box underneath the video so that you can pick these up if you want, or take a look at them and see how they work for you. Okay, so the rest of my eyes, I'm going to put on my eyes. I think I mentioned this concealer that I used, under my eyes. I'm going to put a little bit more on the top of my eye, just so that I've got a way of neutralizing the color. I've got a lot of coloration now on my eyelid. Put that on to sort of just give me a base. I'm not going to use any other base. This is all I'm going to use, because I found a really cool little palette by Wet n Wild. They tend to do these associations with different like cartoons like Winnie the Pooh and Disney and all these companies. Again, they just do this to be fun. And they did this one with, it's Marilyn Monroe. It's a Marilyn Monroe palette. And it's actually a very nice palette. I'll show it to you here. Can you see? It's got a nice dark color here and a shimmery, a couple of mattes, and a white, which you might use underneath your eyes here. But I'm going to apply this with a brush. I don't do powder products very much. Oh, it came with a lovely little brush too, by the way, which I guess I could try using that. I was going to use my own, but I'm going to use this matte color right here on the lid, just on the lid, to give me, with that application of the concealer, it gave me a bit of a cream base, which I actually quite like. And again, I don't actually put a lot of eyeshadow above the actual lid of my eye, and this is just to give me some color on my lid, so I can accent it with that beautiful. Can you see how that's applying? Really nice, actually. It's very pretty color. And I'm going to take a bit of the darker one and put it on the edge of my eye, just there. Can you see how I'm doing that? You know how to do this. It's okay. Then that just gives a little bit of depth at the edges, and then this color is actually very pretty. It's nice. It's a nice palette. I'm doing this with a mirror here and looking in my phone with the other eye. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Now, a lot of people will, if haven't got hooded eyes, you can just bring it right up over your eyes, almost up to your eyebrows. But I just keep it on my lid. And then I'm going to turn my brush over and put that really pretty light frosty color in the center there. So it's very subtle. It's not one of these palettes that, is going to make your eyes just glitter, but it's got a nice glow to it. I think that's very pretty. And that was like $6 or something. That palette was super affordable. I like this, actually. I think it's really nice. There we go. So that's kind of my eyes. Yeah, I think that's pretty. What do you think? So I'm going to put some mascara on now, which is, I've tried the Wet n Wild. I've tried many of this. Actually, over the years, I've tried lots of their different mascaras, but this is called Mega Volume. It's the purple one, and it's got a nice, thick brush, which I like. I do like my Sky High with the fine, you know, the sort of very thin brush, but this is a nice one. It's in between. It's not too thick. It's just perfect. So let me get my mirror and apply some mascara. Just bring it down to the base of your eyelash and up. Actually, it's very pretty. Yeah, I mean, Wet n Wild, I can't even think of a product by Wet n Wild that has actually disappointed me. I really feel like everything I've ever tried from them has been good. They actually do good eyebrow products too, eyebrow pencils and liners, lip liners. They do everything. So let me just see if I can get this eye to look the same. Do you find that one eye is different than the other? And it could be my vision, because whenever I look at this eye, it looks like I'm putting more on than the other side, so then I overcompensate on the other side. Do you do that? I think it might just be me. But it always feels like one side has longer lashes. That's actually quite nice. Can you see? Yeah, I think that's very pretty mascara. And this was $3.99, I think. It was super, super affordable. You might want to put another coat on, but I think it's really nice. I like it a lot. So that's the Wet n Wild mascara. What else have I got by Wet n Wild here? I think that's it in terms of, lip products. There are a couple of products, but I don't have any with me. I've got my Flower Beauty, which is this beautiful one, and also it's called Coral Crush, and I'm going to put that one on because I'm kind of doing a peachy look. So let me get my lip pencil, Peggy Sage. You know the story of Peggy Sage lip pencils. I traveled like 100 miles just to get these crazy pencils. But Wet n Wild does them, of course, and they're really beautiful. This is a drugstore product too. And this one is called Chocolate. And you don't take it to the edges. I just take it in the middle. Mostly just to stop my lipstick from running, you know, because it tends to do that into the little creases above your lips. So let me see. I'm going to put this Coral Crush on, which is one of my favorite colors. I have two of these. I have a backup because I like it so much. It's a pretty color. It's a bit like my Frosted Apricot, you know, that Estee Lauder one that I really, really loved for years. But it's got its own beauty. It's a drugstore product as well. So there you go. I kind of like this look. I think it's very straightforward, very simple. And there was one other thing I wanted to do. I mentioned the sticks. I've got the bronzer, the contour, or the concealer, the blush, and also there's a highlighter. And all four of those were like, you know, under $20 for all of them. So I'm going to pop a bit more of this Peach Bums on my finger and apply it to my cheeks just so it's a bit brighter. I don't know. I feel like as I get older anyway, I just like a bit more of a glow on my face. I think powders are beautiful. And actually, I've got a Wet n Wild powder blush I could show you because I do like their powder blushes too. But that's kind of a pretty option to combine the two. But I really do love that blush. Oh, I can see why it's so popular. And also the highlighter. And the highlighter, you need to be thoughtful about highlighters because when you put them on a face that's got some wrinkles around the eyes, you don't want to pull it into that. So I'm going to take a very small amount and just put it on the top of my blush, just there. And it just adds a teeny bit of shimmer, catches the light. It's nice. I love it. So that's my experiment with Wet n Wild. As I mentioned, there is a very good foundation which is called, I think it's called Dewy liquid foundation, the Dewy, and they have a matte version as well, but the Dewy I think is lovely. And there's also a stick foundation, as I mentioned, but if you can get the right color and you can find it online, that's a good option. People compare it to some of the more higher end stick foundations. I just couldn't find the one that worked for me personally, but maybe you can. And probably with you people in the United States, you've got drugstores galore that where you can buy this stuff, in abundance. So hopefully you'll be able to find the Wet n Wild products and let me know how you like them. Are there any other brands? I mean, we featured Catrice here today, which I love. That's my sort of second favorite drugstore brand. But Wet n Wild, I think, is something to consider. If you're on a budget, you want some beautiful makeup, and you want to shine, why not? Okay, hope you enjoyed this, everyone. Have a fabulous day wherever you are in this beautiful world. Know that you're loved here, and I really appreciate your feedback and your comments, your support, and just go out into the world and shine, okay? Put on the makeup. Doesn't matter what anybody thinks. Just be yourself. Enjoy it, okay? Take good care, everyone. Lots of love.